Hello, this is James, mypeexam.org and the EverLearner. Today we're really proud to announce the launch of a new A-level, and that's the Edexcel GCE, and we've also got the AS version. So we've got the linear GCE, the full A-level, and the AS versions. And I'm logged in here as a test student, first student. Look, I'm enrolled for sport and society, sports psychology, skill acquisition, XPhys, the applied anatomy and physiology, and the biomechanics. So I've got all of the content I need to study this course. So let's just have a quick demonstration of this. Like, I haven't started studying biomechanics yet, but let's go into this one for argument's sake. And what have we got here? We've got material which allows me to develop a really coherent and consistent knowledge of this area of study. So let's just say, for argument's sake, I go into Newton's laws. And Newton's laws, key piece of information, of course, and in Newton's laws, I've got an 11-minute tutorial here, which I can start. I'll just turn the sound up nice and loud for you for a second.
Good day to you, my A-level PE students. Some of you might be AS students, some of you might be A2 students. If you're not sure exactly where, that might be a golf ball, a runner, weight in orange.
And effectively what's happening there is that I'm teaching the really robustly the core material around these Newton's laws of motions, or whatever the topic happens to be at that particular point. Let me turn the sound down so that's kind of dulled in the background. As we go through here, you'll see that as the progress is being made, the progress bar is also developing and tracking what the student is watching, the notes that they're making. Okay, so let me just turn it up slightly for you. You see this tracking specifically happening at that section of the video. If I click forward and go on to Newton's second law, it's going to track in that percentage of the video over there, showing that the student has missed this part. So, self-paced tutorials, repeatable, taken at the exact moment the student needs them or is guided to them. High quality teaching, on demand, can be taken on the first day of study and an hour before the exam, and everything in between. The way this works is when the student hits 80% total, they've watched 80% of this content, they're asked a question. They're asked, have you fully understood this? Yes, I have. This goes to mastered. No, I haven't. It indicates the teacher, I'll show you in a second, struggling. Okay? Really important. Really important. Now then, once they've kind of got a grasp for the material, they're going to go and do some questions. So here we've got a little gap fill exercise. Examine the image below and then apply it to the question below. Complete the gap fill exercise by using the terms below to accurately define Newton's second law. And I'm going to start to put in some terminology. And once I think I've filled in all my gaps, I'm going to check my answer. Now, of course, I've only put 2 correct answers in here. But what we're seeing here is that the feedback provides the student with the information, if they get it wrong first time, to correct it in the future. Okay, and that's really important. But it's a tough question. Challenging. And that's good. That's what we want. Next one, match up these descriptions with the law it relates to most. An object will move with constant velocity. That's the first law. Second law is F equals ma. And third law is equal and opposite reaction. Now, let me tell you. It's very important. These are not just in first, second, and third order. It happens to be, in this case, if we get that question again, it will be in a different order, so be reassured on that one. And I get my feedback on that as well. Here, you must complete 6 correct answers to pass this quiz. What is being described? A reluctance of a body to change its state of motion. That is inertia. I check my answer, and I keep going. I won't do this gap fill. I'll just get that one wrong. This is another little match-up. We can match up there. And a little gap to finish with there, and we finish the quiz. Now, of course, at this point, we're going to get some feedback. We're going to get the score that we have achieved. We have to get 6 correct answers to pass, of course. I can check the leaderboard to see who else has studied this if I'm in a class of 10 people, and 10 people have just taken this quiz, there'll be 10 entries here. And I can see all of my questions with the feedback provided. And it's really important that that is in there, because we need to look back on what we've done and what we've studied so far. But what I'm going to do, because I haven't got my 6 in a row, is to start the quiz again. Now then, from the teacher's perspective, look, I'm logged in as test teacher here. I've got my group here, Edexcel, GCE, Biomechanics. I can go and look at the course myself, go and look at the tutorials, go and look at the quizzes, but more likely I'm going to look at the statistics. And in the statistics here, I can see that my student here, the first student, they're in progress on the tutorial for laws of motion, and they are in progress on the quiz. Now, if when they're prompted with the tutorial question, have you fully understood? If they hit no, this goes to struggling, orange. If they do one more attempt at the quiz and they don't master it, it goes orange, struggling. So imagine your list of 10 students here, each with dark blues mastered, light blues, greys that haven't done their homework. Oranges, struggling, you intervene on the struggling, of course. And you can also get an individual report here that the students spent 1 minute 30 on the video and they spent 1 minute 40 on the quiz, and that's from the last 7 days. And the effort report shows the amount of time that my student has studied for, 3 minutes 10 seconds in the last 7 days, and it shows me that they did that out of school hours, and there'll be a red bar just above that for any time that they study in school hours. And again, I can show the breakdown. So we really endorse this experience for you. Your students can get core teaching of the entire course, they can take quizzes for the entire course, and that should sharpen them up beautifully for studying magnificently in your lessons and for homework. Cheers.